My first album review on this channel was originally going to be the Kiss 1998 album Psycho Circus. It was the first album that I ever loved. I was only 3 years old at the time. And it's one that I've frankly always gone back to, like almost no matter what. But, you know, other things popped up and support happened. So this one got pushed back a little bit, but I'm doing it right now. So yeah, here it is. Now, is my favorite rock band. My two favorite bands ever are Kiss and Iron Maiden, but Iron Maiden is metal and Kiss is mostly rock. Um, when Kiss released this album in 1998, it was the first album with the original four lineup in quite a few years, even though both Ace Frehley and Peter Criss were barely even involved on it. Apparently, Peter Criss only plays drums in the song "Into the Void," and he sings a couple songs on this. Yeah, Ace has trashed this album, calling it not even a good or real Kiss album. But even if this wasn't my first album, I would still be very fond of this. As I said, I was 3 years old. I just liked whatever my older brother liked. He was 6 at the time. I didn't know anything about music, but the album just even though I loved the album from when I first heard it back in 1998, it still kept growing and growing on me. And yeah, I would call this my favorite Kiss album, even though there are a couple of songs on this that don't. Well, actually, there's only one song on this that doesn't quite achieve um, top 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 tier standing. That's okay. All their other albums are good. In fact, whenever I listen to this album, I mostly listen to the first seven. Sometimes I listen to number nine also, just sometimes. I think that if number nine with the first seven, so like eight songs, I think that if those were like the only ones on the album, then it would be even better than it already stands. Frankly, that's fine. Whatever. What's done is done. And um, yeah, if you don't think that this is that good of a Kiss album, whatever. I do think the world of this. Whatever. So let's get right into the songs. Um, First up is Psycho Circus, and it was the only song on the album to have a music video to it. The music video had really bad graphics to it, really bad green screen effects. It was in the late 90s, so it's to be expected. But it was a really cheesy music video, but I kind of liked it. The song itself is really good, even though it has it's a minute long opening. I think that's a little too much. I think it just should have opened up right away with the regular music part instead of the noise effects that actually do start. I think that took a little too long for it. That should have been shaved off. But not nonetheless, I really like it. Number two is Within, and this one actually has Bruce Kulick in this playing some of the songs near the end. No, near the beginning. Sorry. Um, it's sung by Gene, and it's I've always liked this. It's kind of creepy, but very well done. And anyone that doesn't like Gene Simmons as a singer, he does really good in here. I really like him in this. Number three is I Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll, which is one that is kind of about. I don't want to say it's about teenage rebellion, but it's about love for music and love for rock and roll. Paul Stanley's the singer in this one, and he says, "I only worked for the things I liked, and my guitar's my inspiration." There you have it. Number 4 is Into the Void, which is done by Ace, and yeah, this one's really cool. Ace is probably the most underrated vocalist of the band. Here's a good example of how good of a vocalist he is. Number 5 is probably my favorite song on the album. It is We Are One, which is done by Gene. And yeah, this is another one that really shows Gene's power as a vocalist. I wouldn't say that this one shows his pipes the best, but it's definitely one of them. It's very inspirational, and I totally love it. Like, hold your head up high, let your spirits fly, keep hope alive, yes, deep inside, and your dreams will never die. This is just really good. I love this one dearly. One after this is You Wanted the Best, which is the only song in all of Kiss that features all 4 of the original guys singing together. It's a cool rock anthem. I'm really surprised that this one isn't a big like Detroit Rock City or Rock and Roll All Night. This one, I like this one more than both of those combined. You wanted the best, because they're all quote. You wanted the best, you got the best, the hottest band in the world, Kiss. This one's just awesome. I love it. Number 7 is Razer Glasses, which is another one about persistence, and it's another inspirational one. Yeah, Razer Glasses and We Are One are 2 of my favorite Kiss songs. Yeah, I love inspirational tunes, and both these ones are inspirational without ever being sappy and cheesy. And earlier in this video, when I said that I usually I don't usually listen to the whole album, I just cut off at a certain point. Well, Razer Glasses is usually the song that I cut it off at. Usually. Just because everything else, because it's just such a good stopping point, and there's really no reason to. Well, I don't want to say that there's no reason to keep going, but it's just so good, and all the 3 songs after this simply aren't as good as the rest. But I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Number 8 is I finally found my way. Sorry, which is done by Peter Criss. This one is a very mellow song. It is good, but you look at some of Kiss's other really mellow songs, and this one, okay, most of Kiss's really mellow songs aren't very good, but I finally found my way. Why can't I keep saying this? I finally found my way is one of their better ones. Frankly, that's not really saying a whole lot because most of Kiss's mellow songs aren't that good. But this is an okay one. Yeah. Number 9 is Dreamin'. Now, Dreamin', if this one was put up higher, then I would be listening to Psycho Circus within Pledge Allegiance to the State, Into the Void, We Are One, You Wanted the Best, Razer Glasses, and then Dreamin'. That would be solid. Dreamin', it kind of sounds like Alice Cooper's I'm 18, but this one, yeah, you can tell that this one has its own identity to it. It's a pretty good one. I do like it. It's not totally amazing like the others, but it comes close. It comes close to being as good as the first 7. Yeah. The last one is Journey of a Thousand Years, which is done by Gene. This is the only non-good song on the album. I didn't like it. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't like this one. Not because it's long. It just simply didn't click. And that's fine, whatever. Let's just say that every song on the album is good except for this, some of which are better than the others. But yeah, Journey of a Thousand Years is not one of them. Regardless, if you like Kiss or if you don't, listen to this album. It is really good, especially my two favorites. And just listen to the album. It's awesome as is.